There is a demon army down there that I kind of want to kill. There's also some in the north that I want to kill. Hunting down mutiny for 13 days, so we're going to get less recruits, but they're going to like us more. At least they better. It also costs more to recruit mercs, which is perfectly okay at this point. Take us quite a while to get there. There is a phylactery though, so I'm assuming that that is something we need to do. So we'll go on. We'll start our way on there, and then we'll. You know, we'll rest our main pie when we get to this hamlet. Also, while I have money, I should really be building up my hamlets and that. Go to Keeper's Canyon. Let's try and start building these little bitches up. So we have built you up completely. Hot damn. Citadel Supply Center, Garrison Archery, Garrison Barracks. And I accidentally tabbed out of the game. Well done, Jake. Let's get out of that. We've built up you. Go to this hamlet. We've got a inn here. We can't build anything that provides recruitment. Build a citadel. Supply center and a watchtower. That's them protected. Have I built anything in these guys? I have not. Yeah, I don't really care about the stables. There we go. We'll build that up, and now we'll wait for some resources to come in. I mean, we get somewhat. We get an okay amount of stuff per day. Now we will rest, even because we're starting to be exhausted. Get ourselves a hearty meal. Reduce the corruption so we can stay out. We don't have to return to Dresden. Oh, demon armies approaching. Where? We're going to continue these guys where they were going. We'll see if we can find that army that was marching. Oh wow, they have a lot of okay, they have a lot of these guys. Let's just massacre them. Oh. That we ain't gonna win. Oh, so the game technically just destroyed my army. Let's quickly reload that. Okay, so that demon army can fuck off for now. That's a big no to us being able to beat that. Apparently, so... Okay, we finished that. So we need to return to... Yeah, we need to return to Dresden. Let's return to Dresden, then. I'd be lying if I said I liked returning to Dresden often, but... I mean, we don't want to waste our time. We want to make oh, okay, so it's there. Okay, army. go to the Lost Chapel. From there, we shouldn't have any issue with figuring out where they're coming from. Get more archers. I can only recruit a finite amount of units per week, apart from mercenaries. And we've recruited all the archers we can, and there are no mercenary archers, and I don't intend to pay to see if we can get any more mercenaries. The sort of fire that glows as if it's in greeting. The glow is bright. It's so bright, it's not immediately clear there's another source of light present. The shimmering golden wings of a magnificent angel.
Valiant champion of Golarion, allow me to greet you. My name is the Hand of the Inheritor, and I am the Herald of Iomedae, the Lightbringer.
The face of the angel is hidden by a helm, but his eyes are clearly looking at you. When he begins to speak, there is an undercurrent of excitement in his resounding, proud voice. The angel then drops one knee before you, his grace belaying his monumental stature. Thank you. You do me a great honor, Herald.
I am only giving you the credit you deserve, valiant champion. We have much to discuss, champion. You must have many questions for me, and I for you. First of all, I wish to say that I have come here to do what I can to help you. But also because I too need your help. But what I need most of all is an answer to a question that has been troubling me.
What did you want to ask?
I sense astonishing power in you, akin to my own. But not just that. Many of Heaven's warriors fought the monsters of the Worldwound, and among them there was one I especially cherished. My young comrade and friend, Lariel. He and his sister Targona crafted holy weapons, and exchanged them as a sign of loyalty and camaraderie. Lariel and Targona both disappeared in those dark years when we lost Dresden and the Sword of Valor. Even I failed to find any trace of my friends. But you carry an echo inside you, the memory of Lariel's sword. How did this come to be?
When you say I carry an echo of Lariel's sword, do you mean this?
Yes, I recognize this power as mortals recognize the voice of a dear friend. It's so sad to know I will never again see the one to whom this sword once belonged. But to see its light still shining in worthy hands gives me hope.
The angel makes a gesture as though wanting to touch a light, but stops himself at the last moment. His voice is soft and sad. I received the sword in the caves beneath Kenabres. I had a vision in which Lariel was betrayed. He died protecting his mortal companion.
Yes, that sounds like him. He loved mortals, and understood them better than many of us celestial warriors did. Or at least, he thought he understood them. But you say the vision visited you in the caves beneath Kenabres? I see now. The suffering of the first Crusaders, whose children were maimed by the demon's strange villainy, was a matter very close to Lariel's heart. For most of us, our only concern was defeating the demons. But Lariel wanted to protect mortals above all else. I think he went into those caves in search of the people who came to be known as mongrels. But demons often use our virtues to hurt and torment. They turned a rescue mission into a deadly trap. They will pay for this sin and others. Forgive me for my outburst, and thank you for your story. At least now I know what fate my dear friend suffered.
Do you know anything about the people who accompanied Lariel to the caves? Most of them were traitors. Actually, no, sorry. Do you know the one who killed Lariel? The creature resembled Deskari and possessed immense power.
Many demons in the Abyss mimic the appearance of their repellent master, but I do not think it was a Dyrachni or a similar beast. I find myself reluctant even to utter this name under the skies of Golarion, but there is a monster who takes special pleasure in killing warriors of heaven. It's called the Echo of Deskari, for it truly is an echo. Not a demon born of the Abyss, but an artificial creation of the Lord himself, wrought by him and several of his mortal followers. I I sense his fetid mark in this tale. The Echo likes to strike by stealth, weaving an intricate web of lies and treason. And he despises everything connected to Heaven and Iomedae. I am not in the least surprised that he hunted Lariel down.
Do you know anything about the people who accompanied Lariel to the caves? Most of them were traitors, but one girl stood against them and she perished.
Alas, I do not know the names of traitors or the heroine. Lariel died shortly before the Worldwound opened its mouth for a second time, devouring new lands. Many Crusaders disappeared in those dark days of chaos. The lists of the dead and missing were long. I assume the names of Lariel's companions were lost along with them. Perhaps those traitors are honored as fallen heroes today.
I have no more questions.
I do. This story is not over, and I humbly ask for your help.
You are here, does that mean I truly am Iomedae's chosen?
What does your heart tell you?
I believe I'm chosen one and will do everything I can to defend Galarian.
Conviction like that is what is needed to set hearts ablaze in righteous fury. I'm glad to see it in you. I hope my answer won't cause you to waver in your certitude. Listen, I cannot answer yes or no to your question, for it would not be an honest answer. Do not wait for me to say, here is the power bestowed upon you from on high, and this is the task you must complete. That will not happen. For my lady Iomedae, righteous queen of heaven, may mark a mortal with her blessing, but she would never seek to impose her will. Sometimes even I am not privy to her plans. I have come to you not at her command, but of my own accord. But I would recognize the light in heaven in any soul, and I see it in you. I can only guess how and why it was lit. Perhaps finding the answer to this question is a trial you must undergo.
What would the Herald of the Goddess need from me?
I will ask for help not for myself, but for the righteous souls who may be in danger. Listen, I am going to reveal a secret to you that no Crusader has known before, except for the righteous Queen Galfrey. The demons believe their control over the Worldwound is absolute, especially at its heart, the corrupted lands near the Threshold Fortress. But this is not true. There, in that web of evil, lies an enclave of the forces of good, the last shrine of ill-fated Sarkoris. That place is called Pelura's Fall. The Shimmering Maiden is an Imperial Lord, our comrade and friend. She was able to conceal her temple from the eyes of the demons, and keep it hidden all these years, from the opening of the Worldwound until this very day. The waterfalls that gave name to the temple have run dry, but not the bravery of those who stood guard when their nation fell. The servants of Pelura have an important mission. They explore the Worldwound from the inside, looking for ways to close it once and for all and restore the lands of Sarkoris. They have risked their lives, forsaking all joys and rewards in pursuit of this goal, and they have been busy with their research for 100 years. Secrecy is their only protection. If that is lost, all the forces of the Crusader army will not be enough to protect the temple. I would not reveal this secret to anyone else, but the light of heaven is so bright in you that I cannot help but trust it. Moreover, I would like you to visit Pelura's Fall with me. There are 2 reasons for this. First, I am worried about the fate of our valiant allies, and I want you to meet them, champion. Second, I would like you to show them the light of Lariel's sword. As I mentioned, this sword was created by his sister Targona. She went missing at the same time as her celestial brother. We found no evidence of her death nor any other trace of her. But by touching the sword she made, the seers of Pelura might shed some light upon her fate. Please, help me in this task. My heart yearns to find my lost comrades, or to punish those responsible for their deaths.
Tell me about Pelura.
She is an Imperial Lord, a powerful angel, one of our most important allies, and my loyal friend. She is the mistress of the stars, and the mysterious light of the Aurora. Sarkoris was the land where Pelura was revealed with particular fervor, where her most important temples were located. When the demons came to this poor land, the priests and devotees of Pelura accepted the challenge bravely. Many died protecting and healing their friends in the first years of the calamity. This saddened the shimmering maiden. Pelura boldly decided to intervene in the affairs of mortals, and used powerful spells to hide her main temple. Even the strongest of demons cannot find it.
Tell me about the temple and the people who live there.
Pelura's Fall was once a great Sarkorian shrine. From the city of Iz and other lands, the burial barges of great chiefs would go there to set off on their last journey into the mighty streams of the Falls. But the temple was famous not only as a final resting place. Pelura is the patron of stargazers. Her servants possess celestial wisdom. In reading the stars, they discover the mysteries and secrets of the world. In times of old, people would seek their counsel on many different matters, and they were respected and honored throughout Sarkoris. Today, Pelura's Fall is not what it once was. 100 years of isolation has placed an unbearable burden on the shoulders of the stargazers and their guards. But they persevere, despite the hardships. You should meet these people, for you could not hope to find a better example of self-denial and resilience.
I want to know more about Targonia and Lariel.
Heaven's grief at their loss could not be any greater. Lariel and Targona were daring and merciful in equal measure, and relentless in fighting evil. They called each other brother and sister because one soul was used to create them. Yes, it happens. Sometimes an angel is made of many souls, or the essence of the upper planes. And sometimes, one soul can give life to several supernatural creatures. This was the case with Targona and Lariel. When the Worldwound opened, they were the first to go to the mortals' aid. Alas, heaven was in extreme upheaval after great Arodin died. When the evil mind of Arilu Vorlesh, paired with the will of cursed Deskari, shook the foundations of the world. While the other angels and Imperial Lords were slowly waking up to the disaster that was unfolding by holding councils and getting bogged down in speculation, Targona and Lariel were already fighting demons, leading refugees out of the fallen Sarkoris, and trying to find out what had happened on Golarion and how to deal with it. For what had happened was so monstrous, so extraordinary, that even heaven did not know what to expect next. When Mendev answered the challenge of the Abyss and became the kingdom of Crusaders, Targona and Lariel shared the hardships and glories of the First Crusade with their mortal comrades. And then they both disappeared. First Lariel, and then his sister immediately after. I was unable to search for them the moment I found out, for the Worldwound had just reopened and Dresden had fallen. It was a tremendous blow for everyone. By the time I was able to begin the search, the tide of chaos had swept away all traces of them. Only your arrival has shed some light on the sad fate of Lariel.
I'm ready to go to Pelura's Fall right now.
I will be glad to accompany you. Gather your companions and let us depart.
Yeah, normal guys will do. We're a bit tired, but nothing a bit of lay on hands can't fix. And he's not a twat. This guy's a badass. He's like the chief angel. The woman's face seems to glow with radiant light. She looks at you with quiet dignity, and her eyes shine with warmth and wisdoms. Greetings, heralds of Iomedae, the Lightbringer, and to your companions as well. I'm Elandria, High Priest of Pelura. I'm happy to see a new face in my temple, the first I've seen in all of our years of vigil. The man not standing next to her, Elandria, does not look like a priest. He has a military bearing and his face is covered with scars. He studies you for a moment and then looks straight in your eye. Katir, leader of the Holy Guards of Pelura's Fall. I see you have revealed our existence, Hand of the Inheritor. Did we not agree to keep a secret even from the Crusaders? What has changed? My righteous allies, this is no ordinary Crusader, but our champion. He brings us hope. He has chosen to receive the gifts of the gods and has twice dealt a serious defeat to our enemies. First in Kenabres, where he thwarted Deskari's devious plot. Then in Dresden, where he saved the city and returned the Sword of Valor. I ask that you receive him as a most welcome guest and as a brother in arms, where we stand together against the hordes of the Abyss. Great, Jamie. I am Samael, Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. I am honored to meet the servants of Pelura and defenders of Sakoris. Alandria lays a hand on her heart. It's an honor for us as well. Tell me about your mission. Why did you decide to remain here in the Worldwound? The temple has been blessed by Pelura. Whether it is day or night, our stars are always visible within the heart of this sanctuary. It is why those who chose to study the stars conduct their observations here. Moreover, if we ever hope to understand the Worldwound, the only place to study is within its very borders. If we leave Pelura's fall, all the work we have done over the past 100 years will be lost. You may be wondering why this work is so important. The answer is simple. We are looking for a way to heal the Worldwound once and for all. For our many years of study, we have discovered that the Worldwound cannot be closed like an ordinary portal or a planar gate, because it is too much like a living creature, always growing and changing. The Worldwound does not simply exist on its own. There is something else that sustains it, and we will understand what it is. Our efforts to close it will never succeed. You have space, so that's good. However, we have achieved much over the years. We have disproved numerous theories and trialed various research methods. Tracking oscillating energy levels across the Worldwound led us to an important discovery. The Worldwound has a heart of sorts, at the place where the wound was first opened, the Threshold Fortress. We also found a way to weaken the heart, along with the demons that inhabit it. We will imbue a mighty artifact with both the power given to us by Pelura and the memory of the priest of Sakoris. It will weaken the connection between the Threshold Fortress and the Abyss. This artifact will clear the sky above the fortress and set a sacred northern sky ablaze. Even if this doesn't heal the wound, it will give strength to those attacking its monstrous heart. If I have all the resources of the Crusade at my disposal, I'm sure I can assist in your work. I do not think that's possible. This is our life's work. It requires endless devotion and can only be completed by followers of Pelura in her sacred temple. No one can aid us in this task. However, Alandria hesitates. There's other work we were forced to abandon because we lack the strength, time, and resources. We previously explored the possibility of opening new world wounds or improving the existing one. Did you know the wound has already undergone a growth spurt of sorts? It's not entirely clear what happened, but the wound suddenly began to expand at a rapid pace, and the energies of the Abyss poured out of it. We tried to discover what triggered this event, so we could prevent it from happening again. Research on that subject ended several decades ago, but we can give you everything we managed to discover. However, you should be careful. This is dangerous knowledge, and it must not fall into the wrong hands. What is the situation in Pelura's Fall? Things are no better or worse than they have been over the past 100 years. The temple is safely hidden from the prying eyes of the demons. They simply cannot see it. However, only the most experienced fighters leave the boundaries of the temple, and they do so secretly, for the heart of the Worldwound lies beyond its walls. Demons and foul corruption, even the corpses of our own dead, have turned against us. You say you've been living here for 100 years, but you don't look that old. It's rather uncomfortable subject for us, but by the will of Pelura, all the inhabitants of the temple will live longer lives than normal lifespan allotted to mortals. We have no need of the Sun Orchid elixir, as our queen does. The power of the stars sustains us. We will face Pharasma's judgment only when we fulfill our mission or the temple falls. Hand of the Inheritor and I have matters to discuss with you. My righteous allies, allow me to tell you about the matter that has brought us here. You knew Targona and Lariel, the angels who defended Sakoris in its final dark days. Samael helped me to discover the fate of Lariel, and it was, alas, sorrowful. But I have not lost hope of finding Targona, and I believe you can help me. Samael has a special gift, the imprint of Lariel's sword. This sword was made by Targona. I know it's within your power to look for the creator of this blade, if Samael reveals its power to you. Alandria and Katir exchange glances. Of course, we would not deny help to our allies. My Lady Pelura would be glad to see Targona return, should we manage to find her alive. But the scrying ritual requires preparation. I will give the necessary orders. You will have to wait until everything is ready and the stars favor our efforts. We will help, but it will be best if you leave Pelura's Fall after the ritual. Forgive my bluntness, Hand of the Inheritor. But you and the Knight Commander are notable figures. The demons are surely trying to track you, and if they follow you to our temple, our work may come to a tragic end. Alandra's eyes drift over to one of the guards, and she is silent for some time. Then she says softly, I would like you to be our guest for a while, Knight Commander, while you wait for the ritual. See the way we live, talk to our people. Maybe news of the Crusades revival will bring a cheer to our little community. I would ask you pay special attention to the temple guards, as well as the stargazers, stargazers Odin, Regnard, and Tariel. Dark clouds veil their souls, but it is not within my power to help them. You should honor her request, champion. Alandria is one of the most radiant souls I know, and Katir is one of the most loyal and devoted. They have spent 100 years together with their comrades in voluntary isolation. It would be easy to lose one's clarity of perspective. I do not know mortals well enough to sense whether their doubt or despair lives in the hearts of those who dwell in the fall. But perhaps you can. I am also the same. My desk has a shit ton of cutters. The guard stands at attention while he sees you, but his eyes glow with excitement. Whoa, I didn't think I would ever see a new face around here. Well, at least not the one that isn't bearing fangs or decomposing. Forgive my bluntness. Everyone's happy you're here, of course, but I'm especially glad to see you. Sorry, I'm just talking nonsense now. I tend to stop blabbering when I get nervous. How does it feel to guard the same place for so many years? Tell the truth, I don't even notice the years they passed. I just get up every day and do my job. Of course, I could go visit the scholars, look at the calendar, and be horrified. But what would be the point? Even before the demon showed up, I made a vow to defend this place. A vow is all I have now. Really, the Sakaris that I knew is gone. There's no dwelling on the past. You're especially happy to see me. What does that mean? The guard looks around quickly to make sure no one's listening. I would never have thought I'd say this, but there's an important matter that cannot be entrusted to a stranger. I think there's a traitor among us, someone who's trying to bring the demons here. I found a strange letter hidden in a cave, and I think we need to find out who left it there. Why haven't you told Alandria or Katir about the letter? Imagine what will happen if Alandria announces there's a traitor among us. Even if it turns out I'm wrong, the damage will already be done. If we stop trusting one another, we won't stand a chance. Might as well leave the temple and let the demons finish us off. No, we need to get to the bottom of this, but it must be done quietly. What was in the letter you found? That's the problem, I don't know. I think it's some kind of code. It looks like a constellation chart. But who hides a constellation chart in a cave? No, something's wrong here. Alright, I'll help. What do you need me to do? Here's the plan. You'll go to the caves and hide behind a large stone covered in ruins. Watch to see who comes and picks up the letter. I left it there as bait, and I made sure to leave everything else untouched. No one has come for it yet, but when you find out who has betrayed us, come and tell me. Why not set up an ambush yourself? I wouldn't be able to do anything without people noticing. Whoever left the note knows when I'm here in the corridors and when I'm off duty. If I suddenly disappear, the traitor will definitely suspect something. No. For this, we need an outsider, someone who can move around freely. We need you. I have to go. It's the angel. Ha 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 ha.
This was simple enough.
Oh, Sakaris, all of our tears are lost for you. At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary constellation chart, but something about it doesn't seem quite right. Someone left it in the caves near... Oh, wait. There we go. Ambush the traders. Let's just, like, not even bother getting to know anyone. Yeah, let's just ignore my massive fucking halo that lights up everything. A dark figure stealthily approaches the drop location. In the dim light, you can see it's a middle-aged man. He looks around furtively as he reaches for the letter. Looking for something? The man jumps like a startled rabbit. He looks terrified. Are you the commander from Dresden? I was just taking a walk. My name is Vistari. Pleased to meet you. Who are you? One of the stargazers. You must forgive my jumpiness. It's been a long time since I've seen friendly faces outside the temple. The corpses of lost Crusaders can hardly be called friendly. Why are you mumbling? Tell me the truth, or I'll shake it out of you. Vistari sighs deeply. Alright, you don't live in the temple, so there's no need to hide anything from you. I'm breaking the law, but I haven't betrayed anyone. It's quite the opposite, actually. Come with me and ask Christy about the meaning of this note. Christy always says she doesn't want to hide anymore, so maybe talking to you will help ease her conscience.
I will not falter.
A bright future awaits us.
Together we stand.
We will win this war.
I stand ready.
Oh, I gotta love lay on hands. Just
Let us
immediately making everyone feel better. No longer exhausted. A statue of Pelura, made in the simple but expensive style characteristics of Socorus.
We march ahead.
Ooh. Dude with wings. A diva. There's Kate here. Oh my god, I can loot them. I feel like I shouldn't be looting these good folks, but oh well.
Our path leads on.
I am helpful, am I not?
A tiny old woman runs her bony fingers along the top of several magic scrolls, her lips moving silently. Who are you? The old woman squints short-sightedly. And who are you? The voice is not familiar, and I can't see your face. No, I don't know you. My name is Vigdris. I was once a junior priestess of Pelura, and now I manage the temple's resources and provisions. I put everything where it belongs and keep it safe. You were once a priestess of Pelura. Why aren't you a stargazer like everyone else? The old woman laughs. My stargazing days are over. I only see what's under my nose. Lady Pelura decided my old eye should have some rest after all these years. Are you a trader? A trader? No, no. There is no trade in the temple. Who would trade with us? I make sure everyone is fed and their needs are met. Whenever anyone brings anything to the temple, they give it to me. Have you bought me something? Or perhaps it's the opposite and there's something you wish to take. Everything is free and to take what they need. Show me what the temple has in its stores. You may take or leave whatever you wish. Everything here is as much as yours as it is ours. Lying bitch, she's gonna make me pay for it. Oh wait, no. She legit isn't gonna make us pay. Okay, no, I feel too bad. I'm not taking everything. That's just... I'm too good for that.
You can trust me.
I am a good character. I cannot loot everything. Someone has put a plate of food scraps in a hole in the wall, hoping to tame some wild animals.